Hello, this is Young-gil An, a professional Go player from Korea. And today we are going to learn and study about the endgame again. And this is a must-know endgame techniques number 22. And today's topic is what follow-ups do you have in the endgame? So the topic is the follow-ups now. So in the endgame, as well as the opening and the middle game, you have to think about the follow-ups. What can you do after you choose a move? Or what your opponent can do after your opponent play a move in the end game. So that's kind of the important thing in today's lesson. And let's have a look at the situation together. So this one is a strong Q players games. And even if it's a Q players game, it's quite nice. So if you look at the game, it's nicely played. You can see that. And I just added a little bit more to become more kind of close game. And then now it's kind of easier to understand. So now there are three big endgame moves on the board now. And it's white's turn. And white can play number 1, 2, or 3. If you have a look at the situation now, you may pause and think. Which one would you like to choose and why? And also, you have to think about after you choose a move, what kind of follow-up do you have? So where would you like to play next? So let's have a look together. So now, if you play number 1, where do you go for black now? Now black has another 2 choices because white just played there, number 1. Now black has 2 choices, Atari number 1, Hane at 2. Which one is a better endgame move? So this one is a big, but white wouldn't answer. And then this one is another big move now. So what black has to do is black and Atari here. And this is sente, because if white doesn't answer, black can capture now. And now there are so many of black's cost rates. For example, now here number 1, cutting at number 2, we're going out in number 3, but white doesn't have any good cost rate on the board now. So which means white has to connect, and then now black can hane here. So this one is a big endgame move, or black can also cut first and then hane, and that's a good endgame move now. So which means black play A in sente, A for B in sente, and then play C again. So black played 2 endgame moves, while white play only 1 at D now. So this one is a big failure for white because black could play A in center. So let's go to the beginning now. And what if white goes number 3? It's about the same. Where should black play? Right, black has to Atari here first. Again, this is center. And now where do you go? So black can play there or block now. So both of them are possible. So I mean number 1 and number 2, which one would you like to choose? But you also need to think about what kind of endgame follow-ups do you have. If you play 2, for example, then white can hane and connect, and black might have to answer, and then white can come back. So it's fair, right? But this one, white could eventually play at A in center, so which is quite big. So what black can usually play here is black can play number 1. And even if white jumps, black can still come back now. So black can answer this way. And even if white could reduce some of black's points. Oh, actually white can do something again. So this one is a bit hard. But anyway, black can block now. And then white might have to answer again. And then black can Atari here instantly. If white goes out, white can still go out. For example, like this. Okay. But then maybe black wouldn't answer and play some areas again. So this might be the general way for black and white in this situation. But white wouldn't like to like black to Atari at number 2 in center because that's big and also center for black. And once black Atari at number 2, then there's no RG left, even in the corner. So what white should do is number 2 here. This one is the right move. And then after that, white can do something in this area. For example, white can play A, a monkey jump, or white can play in the corner at around B area now. So there's some bad RG there. So now this is a good move, and then where do you go for black now? So now the big moves are number 1 or number 2. Which one would you like to choose for black? So let's say if you play number 1, white wouldn't answer, because if white answers here, then black can play again now. So which means black could play 2 big moves now, and white lost both of them. So white has to just ignore and play there. And now still A and B are MI for white now. If black blocks now, white can come back. If black jumps, white can also jump. Okay, so this is kind of MI. White doesn't Hane connect, because then after Hane connect, black wouldn't answer, and it's not working. And only Hane is working. But can you see actually this is better, because you can jump instead of just push and block. So this one is actually a better endgame move for white. And that's why white doesn't Hane at A, but just extend down in this case, because white has a better follow-up after choosing this move now. So for black, this one is actually a better move, because after that, if white doesn't answer, black can play A to C to capture the 3 stones. But white shouldn't answer. If white answers, then black can come back. So which means black could play 2 big endgame moves at A and B both now. So which means white shouldn't answer. White shouldn't answer and just capture. And because white didn't answer, black can continue here. Black can cut and capture, which is the right move. And now up to here, do you understand why they play this way? Because black doesn't want to lose center, and so is white. So then they play this way. And now where do you go for white? Now it's time to play at around A. So I told you that A is a big move, because black can Atari at A and it's a center. So this is already a reverse center endgame move. And after that, white still has a good follow-up. So for example, you can play in the side now, on the side now. Yeah, this one is another monkey jump. And if black doesn't answer, then white can keep on going here, and then white can reduce quite a lot of points on the side. So black has to answer now. So for example, black can answer this way, but then white can go down, and now where do you go for white? White can connect this way or this way, but the right way is going down. So because in no one's territory, white doesn't have to go. And once white goes there, black has to answer again. And then what do you do for white? White can save A stone with the diagonal move. Once white play diagonal move, they're all connected to those stones now. So they are all going to be white's territory. And if black doesn't answer, for example, black can just play in the corner, then white can cut. And in this case, black's A stone is being captured. Even if black tries to save, it doesn't work. It's a net now. So what black can do is, actually this is a better move in this case, because white cannot capture. If I try to capture, black can play something like this, and they are being captured now. So which means white has to come back, and black can extend. In this case, this is not center anymore. So that's the right way for black, but can you still do something in the corner for white? Yes, right. White can still play another endgame move like monkey jump, but it's not the best, because black can simply go there and play, and A stone is being captured. Then what else can white try? So as I already mentioned, white can play diagonal move now. Then if black has to block, and then white can simply play a tiger's mouse, and it's alive. If black play from the corner, then white can Hane and leave. Yeah, it's really good for white. So what black has to do is, usually black has to play on the second line. So if you have 2 choices between second line and first line, usually playing on the second line is better choice. So black goes there, white can connect now. This is already alive, because A is center in this case. If black doesn't answer, white can connect at B. So since A is center, white is alive. So now black lose the corner, but what black can do is, black can just attach here, and that'll be good. Okay, so that's actually a good idea. Or later on, what black can also do is, black can push through and play diagonal move. And if I connect now, black can fight the call, for example, or not really fight the call, black can simply jump in, and white is dead. And so now when black, if black goes there, white can't answer. White can just leave in like here or just leave inside. And now black can capture the 2 stones like this or here. Okay, so that's another good endgame move for black. So black only didn't lose everything in this corner area. But anyway, now this one is a perfect sequence in this endgame situation. But do you understand why they play this way? Yeah, we can just have a look at this again. So now from the beginning, this is a good move because it's a reverse center. If white doesn't do that, black cannot tarry here in center. So once you go there, and number 1 and 2 are MI for white. And black will choose this one because black has a better follow-ups after 2. And then if white answers at around here, black can come back at B first, B again. So white shouldn't answer, white should capture. And because white didn't answer, black can cut and capture, which is a really big endgame move. And then now white can do something on the right hand side from A. So white can play like monkey jump move here. And after that, white can still live in the corner now. So this might be the best sequence. So that's it for today. And then you might feel it's a little bit complicated and it's a little bit hard. So although this is cube players games, still a little bit difficult because you have to understand why they play this way, and then why sometimes they don't answer but play some errors, and why this one is kind of bigger than the other. So in this case, you have to understand about the follow-ups. What follow-ups do you have, and how you can take center. So that's our theme of today's lesson, and I hope you grasp something from this one. And if you have any questions, then feel free to leave a comment and I will answer to you. Yeah, that's it for today. And I hope you enjoy, and also you can learn something from this lesson. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye.